bro, a literal toupee. Temu, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. He's like, yeah, I want to go to Toronto. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a story time on how I actually found a missing person in downtown Ottawa, and also doing like a Temu haul, mostly hair products, so just stay tuned. And there's gonna be wigs, girls. Yes, I'm scattered, messy, and whatever. I was downtown basically, and I found this old man who was going in the wrong direction. He was going in a direction where pedestrians are not supposed to pass, because there was something going on, so pedestrians were not supposed to pass there. This was like Rideau area, like Rideau Mall, right where Rideau Mall is. And this was like right where Rideau Mall is. So I was like, oh sir, like, can I walk you? Where are you going? Like, you seem kind of confused and everything. And he only spoke Chinese, so he was telling me this place, and I was like, oh, I don't know anywhere that like with that name. And Ottawa doesn't like have a Chinese community the way somewhere like Vancouver would have, or BC in general. So I was like, oh, maybe it's like a restaurant, and maybe he's trying to go inside the mall, like maybe there's a restaurant there or something, you know. But he typed on like his phone, like Google Translate, and he was like, he's looking for the long distance bus. And I was like, long distance bus, like, and I was like, okay, maybe he's just looking for like the paratransport thing, right? Because it takes people who are old and like differently abled around the city, so maybe that's what he's looking for. But like the Google Translate didn't translate it properly. Steamer. Anyways, so I saw a police officer, so I was like, okay, let me just ask the police officer, because there was a blockade, right? And then I was like, oh sir, he seems kind of lost, like we're looking for a long distance bus at a Chinese restaurant. And then the police officer was like, oh, I wonder if he's like missing person. And I was like, oh, wow, I actually never really thought about that, because I looked around and I was like, I don't see a retirement home, and it's not a residential area, like it's Rideau Mall, right? It's just businesses. So it just didn't cross my mind that he might actually be a missing person. And I was like, and then he typed again, and he's like, he's trying to go to Toronto, because we asked him where this thing was. We asked him where the restaurant or wherever he was going was, and he's like, in Toronto. And we're like, wait, what? Like, you just want to go to Toronto? Like, just wheel up and go to Toronto. And we're like, oh yeah, he's definitely lost. Like, he seems disoriented and everything. And he only spoke Chinese, so when we asked him his name was like in Chinese, and you know, he couldn't really spell it to us, so it was very hard for the police officer to like look him up as well, to see if he was actually like someone had filed him as missing. So we're really, really struggling on like trying to help this person. This one, I will show you the picture, and I'll show you what Temu sends me. A literal toupee. Temu, your days are numbered. Your days are numbered. Anyways, so as we were trying to struggle and like help him figure out like where his family is and like where he's supposed to be, because it's definitely not Toronto, this woman who happened to speak Chinese just comes, and she says like, oh, what's going on? And we explain the situation to her. I know my hair is messy right now, and we explain the situation to her, and she basically says, oh, she speaks Chinese. And then we're able to you can tell them my first time vlogger. Anyways, we were able to get him the help that he needed. But yeah, he was 100% a missing person, and he was lost. And I don't know how an old man who kind of seemed a little bit out of it was left on his own. I don't know the family situation. I'm not trying to judge, but I just think that was so dangerous. Like, you know, that was really, he was walking in the direction that he wasn't supposed to walk in. He could have easily been hit, and he seemed very confused, and the fact that he didn't really know how to speak English. And I'm just like, at least he had a phone and he knew how to like use Google Translate. So he's just a little bit confused on where he wanted to go. So I don't know. I feel like he was a missing person, but they were able to contact his family at least. So that's my story time, and that's my haul.